So she took that advice, and the baby on the left has been bottle fed for 5 months. The baby on the right was put on cow's milk and artificial foods. The baby on the left is well nourished. The baby on the right has serious nutritional marasmus and died the day after this picture was taken. This is a UNICEF photograph, and the photographer was told, if this photograph will help mothers not make the same mistake that I made, I'd be happy if this photograph was used. But the picture also tells another story, because the baby on the left is a boy and the baby on the right is a girl. And there are a lot of societies where one favors the boy and not the girl, which is not something that we think is very good. Here's a Tanzanian woman with twins, both breastfed, both healthy and not. So mothers can breastfeed twins and have healthy 6-month-old twins. And this is the old classic baby bottle disease. An African mother persuaded that it was modern, better not to breastfeed her baby, to use formula. And the baby got serious nutritional marasmus as a result of this. The formula was over-diluted, the bottle was often contaminated, diarrhea, there was respiratory infections, and the child was extremely ill. And I think we should, this is sort of what we talked about 20 years ago, and there still is a problem of mothers deciding not to breastfeed their babies. There still is subtle, maybe not so subtle, promotion of infant formula around the world. And we need to keep our eyes open, and the code monitoring starts in Penang and goes all over the world is part of that. And it's really important that we remain watchful with regard to this. I'm not going to go into the immune benefits very much, or the nutritional benefits of breast milk, but it is a living tissue with lymphocytes and macrophages and so on. And the infant formula companies can try all sorts of tricks to try and make infant formula more and more like breast milk, but I don't think they're in sight of adding living cells to infant formula. They can add melamine, but they don't add living cells. So there's an enormous difference in infections in breastfed compared with non-breastfed babies, because formula feeding is so harmful. This is work by Cesar Victoria from Brazil, though this is actually a study in Peru. Cesar Victoria is also a member of the International Advisory Council of AWA. But it shows in the top a 3.4-fold increase in diarrhea in non-breastfed compared with exclusively breastfed infants. A huge difference. And this is work that Victoria did in Brazil, in 2 cities, in Porto Alegre and Fortaleza. And this is a respiratory infection, actually pneumonia. And you can see the non-breastfed have about a 2-fold increase in rates of pneumonia. So breastfeeding is very protective against infections. And this is WHO data, the collaborative study in Brazil, Pakistan, and Philippines, not the poorest countries in the world. They looked in African countries, there weren't enough that were not breastfed. But you can see at 0 to 1 month of age, a 6-fold difference in infant mortality. A huge difference. But even at 4 months, it's a 2.5-fold difference in mortality in non-breastfed compared with breastfed children in Brazil, Pakistan, and the Philippines. Huge advantage to breastfeeding. One tends to think of the advantages accruing to non-affluent people in developing countries. These are data from the town of Cooperstown, New York, quite close to where I live in Ithaca, New York. Cooperstown is an affluent, small town where most people have a good income, everybody has a fridge and turn on stove and so on. And this is looking at illness, at morbidity. This was done by Cunningham. So middle ear disease, otitis media, ear infections, 3 times higher in artificially fed than breastfed babies.